Hi friends, welcome back. And today we are going to discussing about how to use our lambda expression in Selenium Java. Okay, this lambda expression introduced in Java 8 future. Okay, right now Selenium is not supporting 8, but Selenium 8 futures we can able to reuse in Selenium 9 onwards. Okay, because of that I'm going to do this particular video. While I'm doing some project work, there I saw this why we can't use to reduce the lines of code. Okay, that moment I realized that I can able to share with my followers. Okay, here what is lambda expression? First we'll see one by one. Okay, first we'll see that what is a lambda expression. Okay, then why using the lambda expression, and then we can see for little bit example on that. Okay, this is basically introduced in Java 8 future onwards. Lambda expression is basically uh, a short way of writing an anonymous function. Okay, a short way of writing an anonymous function. Okay, anonymous function is nothing but a method without name, a method without name, that we call it as a anonymous method. Okay, it tells you to write a clear and more convenience code, especially when you want to pass the small piece of a logic as an argument. That moment you can able to use this particular function. Okay, lambda expression function. Okay, how you can see before coming to Java 7. Okay, if you see any method, you need to use the new runnable. Okay, and then inside that we can able to use another method. Okay, public. Okay, void and run we can able to use, and then we can declare some methods. Okay, sys out. Okay, and we can declare, or we can write for any kind of information. Okay, like this we are going to write it. Okay, now if you coming to Java 8, the same function you can able to write a single line. Now we have for three lines, one, two, three, right? And you have for two times you closed and opened. Okay, instead of this Java 8 future lambda expression, how it write? You can use the braces and use for arrow mark, and just you can use it for sysout, and then provide the information. This is a single line, it will give you for all kind of actions. Okay, this is an anonymous function, we are going to do this one. Okay, and now if you say this is Java wise, I explained, right? Now if you see, right, Selenium wise. Okay, why using lambda expression in Selenium? Okay, if you say a small logic wise or some block wise, okay, you want to see some wait techniques. Okay, explicitly wait, you have to write. That moment you need to write some 4 to 5 lines, right? Instead of that, we can able to use to this particular lambda expression for wait condition. Easiest way. And the single line we can able to use wait condition purpose. Okay, simple way we can able to write, and also filtering something. Okay, filtering the elements, any elements we can able to filter easiest way. Okay, and also you can able to handling any events or listeners you can able to use. Okay, just small expression. Okay, you can use for any kind of things into anonymous inner classes, and then you can use your code and all. Okay, how it works and all, I'll show you a sample piece how it works and all. Okay, for this I'm going to take this particular website for logging, and I'm going to wait something. and we can able to identify. Okay, sorry, I'm copying this one. Now I have written here, and here we can able to use for web driver equal to a new Chrome driver. Okay, and now after that I'm going to use for that particular driver, I'm going to maximizing that my driver. Okay, once I maximize, I'm going to use for my driver dot get. Okay, this is my URL. Okay, now I just made it for, I'll do, okay, okay. Now we are in login place location. Okay, now here I need to use for lambda expression. Okay, now here I'm going to use for lambda expression. Okay, how we can able to use lambda expression. Okay, if you see, I'll create for first without lambda expression, how we can able to use for wait. Okay, before lambda expression, after lambda expression. Okay, two ways, without lambda and with the lambda. Oh, okay, now here if you see web driver wait, okay, and I'm going to use for wait. Okay, and here I'll use for new web driver wait, and driver we have already. Okay, and I'm going to use for duration and of seconds. Okay, I'll use for 10 seconds. Okay, and then we are going to use for wait dot utils. Okay, and then I'm going to use for new expected condition. Okay, in this expected condition, again we are going to use for whether it is be displayed or not displayed, anything. Okay, now here I'm going to use for expected condition as a boolean. Okay, and then I'm going to use for here my expected condition, how it will be there. Okay, now here I'm going to use for public boolean apply. Okay, now I'm going to use for web driver and driver. Okay, and here we are going to returning for return driver dot find element. Okay, by dot. Okay, here which one it is there, id it is there, we can copy the id. Okay, now we have the copy if id and is displayed. Okay, like this we can able to use. Okay, now see, this is the way we need to use. There are a method and inside another method with this particular functionality it is presented. Okay, without lambda expression. Okay, with the lambda expression how we can able to do. Okay, now just I'm going to copying this one with a difference. Okay, same functionality with a simple example. Okay, now here we can use for await one dot utils. Okay, this is my method and here I'm going to use it d, and we need to create the function. Okay, and d dot, d is basically a driver. Okay, by default it will take. Okay, find element. Okay, and by dot id. and then we can able to provide, oh sorry, my id name is username, and then you can use for is displayed, okay, and semicolon. See, this is a symbol. Now you can see here we have written for three different lines, okay, and instead of three lines we are able to use for single line. It will provide for is displayed function, okay, is the easiest way. Both can work the same format, but the difference is easiest format, okay, and it will give you for reusable coding format, okay. And if you see some other places like after you log in, you need to do some list of elements or list of links. What are the things it is presented? You have to do. How you can able to do that also we can see. Now I'm going to commenting this particular line. I'll keep this one. Okay. After this completion, I'll commit this particular code into my GitHub repo. Okay. You can check the code also. Both the things you can able to verify. Okay. Now I'm going to run this one and I'll show you. So it is working fine. It is done. Okay. Now I'll keep it for driver.quit also. Okay. Now first we'll do for entering these values. After enter, we can get some list of links. Those links also we can able to verify those things. Okay. Now I'm going to use for driver.find element by.id. Send keys. Okay, here they are provided for the name and all. Okay, we can copy. Driver.find element by.id, and here is id password, and send keys. Okay, this is our password. Okay, I'll show for links as well. Because of that, I'm going to show you at least two examples. If I provide, you can able to see, right? For that, I'm going to use it. Okay, now I'm going to use for these two. I'll take that where it is. This one is a login. The CSS selector we can able to use, and we can click for that. Okay, driver dot find element. Okay, by dot CSS selector. Okay, dot click. Okay, once we are clicking, and then we can able to see for the result. Okay, some links here, there is a link, it is there. Okay, there is one link. Okay, hyperlink it is there. We can able to get and see how many links it is presented and all the count. Okay, for that also we can see here. Okay, with the simple lambda expression. Okay, now here target is there. Okay, and tag as a we can use for the tag, and here two things we can able to use a lambda plus stream, also stream API is there. For that also we can able to use and filter that entire things. Okay, without lambda expression, how you can able to write it? Okay, now without lambda, okay, how it will be, right? You need to use the list. Okay, from the list you need to use for web drive web elements, and that particular web element you need to use the all the links. Okay, in these links you need to use for driver dot find element. In this find element you need to use the, sorry, it's not a find element, it is a find elements, because multiple elements, right? Find elements. Okay, and by dot tag name, and the tag name is a. Okay, and again you have to use for loop. First we need to import these sections. Okay, we need to use the for loop web element link all links. Okay, and then you need to use here if link dot is displayed, then we need to show that. Okay, link dot get text. Okay, this will give you for get text of that particular one. Okay, we will run and see first, and then we can go ahead comment and we can write for lambda expression. Okay, see here there are multiple one, x1 and layout and element for Selenium. Okay, this is the one, it is there, it is showing. Okay, this is a simple one, right? Now I'm going to commenting this particular line. Okay, again I'm going to write for lambda expression, how we can able to use the lambda expression here. Okay, now driver dot find elements. Okay, driver dot find elements, and here we are using for by dot tag name. Okay, my tag name become a. Okay, and now I'm going to use for stream API. Okay, using for stream API. Okay, streams API, it will work the same. Okay, because this will help you to more. We can discuss in the stream API when I'm going to explain that. Okay, and here we are using the filter. A filter, when you see, right, when it is coming the filter, there is a returning a stream consisting of the elements of this stream that matches with the given prediction, which we are giving the prediction, right? Those things it will apply and it will filter those things elements. Okay, now I'm going to use the filter. Once I use the filter, and here I'm going to use for e, or you can use for any name. Okay, based upon your convenient, e dot is displayed. Okay, which is the one. Okay, and here we are going to use for each. This for each, what will happen? If it is visible, it will go for each inside and it will display all the values. Okay, e and question mark. Okay, this is out e dot get text. If it is visible, it will go and display that values. Okay, This is simple. See, now here for each loop you have written and you need to write all the things and then you need to provide. Here the simple, you can able to write it all the things. Okay, but it is clear, right? If the filter it is there and if that particular things is visible, display and then it will go on inside that. Stream API it will store that until it return the sequential of stream with this collection as it is source. Okay, this method should be overridden with the splitters. Okay, method cannot be written a splitters. This that is the way it is a immutable form. Okay, the sequential stream over the element in the collection. Okay, and if you run again, see again same which it is giving without stream lambda expression, the same things it will return for that. Okay, whatever it is. Okay, if you want some elements are presented or not, or something it is presented or not, everything you can able to, even you can able to use for timestamp. Okay, local timestamp and those things whether it will be displayed or not. Okay, and even if you implement these methods, it will help you to do for quicker round and also it will less time you can able to do for more options. Okay. And if you need to see that there is a element is presented or not, that purpose also we can able to use. There is a method called optional. Okay. That optional also we can see in the next video sessions. Okay. Upcoming sessions we can able to see that as well. Okay. I hope it this entire lambda expression you understood that. Thank you for watching and please do subscribe and share to your friends and colleagues. Thank you.